Porky's Corner is proud to be sponsored by Spartan Site Solutions. They are specialists in civil engineering and demolition contracts for the construction industry. Interested parties should visit their website or contact Porky's Corner for a referral at porkycorner@mail.com.
Hello, you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. We say the things on here nobody else dare say. Isn't that right? Cougs and Puppy Parsons and you, Gaddy. Hey, the Gad. Hey, what is he about him, the Gad? He's there, he's everywhere. Lock up your daughters. Lock up your granddaughters, your mothers and your sisters, and the babysitters. It's the Gad. Yes, Mazer. He's very strong and powerful. Can I get that 41 minutes back that I've just had to witness on that down market liquor channel, IFL? Hey, what is all that about? What is it about? I don't know, but I do know this. We don't care no more. Think better with this in my hands. You know what I mean? It's a bit like when I'm driving, everybody says, oh, Porky, we need more driving videos. Why would you want driving videos when I behave like a weapon when I'm driving? I'm all over the road as it is. Right, I hope you enjoyed the chat with Andy last night. We had a bit of a chat, didn't we, about rally driving. And obviously alcohol, because Andy's not behind the door, is he? As regards having a tipple on a weekend in his bat cave, or man cave, whatever you want to call them. Right, here we go. Glenn McCrory. Glenn McCrory is the toughest white man to ever spar Mike Tyson. You know this, Glenn. Glenn, you know. But he doesn't brag off about it, does he? And a few people have told me that. A few ex-boxers who've sparred Mike Tyson. But none of them have ever said that they've seen him spar Big Joe Egan. None. These are Yanks as well, by the way. Yeah. So, Joe, email me, porkycorner@mail.com. Let's have you on here on Zoom. It's no good you running around, Joe, saying, you're going to do this, you're going to do that. Listen, there's a lot of good gunners in this world, isn't there? And you're one of them. You're a good gunner. Hollywood actor. Hollywood actor. Do you know the term Hollywood actor? Do you know what it means? It means you make films in Hollywood, right? Do you know the term fighting warrior? It means that you've probably won titles, you know, world titles, and you're a warrior. Not somebody that gasses after 2.5 minutes. You know, people start to rewrite history, don't they? It's a disease. That's what this is, a disease. Pork is the cure. Pop, pop, bang. Don't forget, Joe, clean your teeth. Because as the greatest once said, we must whip Mr. Tooth Decay. Right, here we go. Let's have a look what we've got on the agenda. I've seen Eddie Hills, you know, the 6-0 Iceman from Billericay. 4 by way of, respectively. But we've only got a bit of footage of him in the spotty one, haven't we? The spotty one, he's done well, hasn't he, with that big gap he's got. It's bigger than Eddie's. Hey, they don't do too bad, do they? They've never thrown a punch in their lives. Well, Eddie Hills is now calling for hard fights. Tough fights. Why haven't we had this for the last 10 years? All of a sudden, everybody wants to come to the table with tough fights and hard fights. Zhang Parker's just a run-of-the-mill fight. I keep banging on about it. People are losing their minds over it. Usyk Fury, we should be getting that anyway, shouldn't we? Undisputed. If it happens, if. But I think Fury, if he does fight, will be tucked to that ring, kicking and screaming. He's probably not doing any interviews because he's filling his nappy. They're spending all day changing his nappies because he's looking for a way out. Oh, I'm loving this. You know, these next 8 videos that I'm going to knock off in the next 2 days. I'm going to build it up to something really nice. So keep tuned in. Because once these are gone out, you can't take it back, what you said, but we have to do our research. That lot. We have to do research. And 5 days worth of research there. The most tedious and boringest thing ever. Hey ho. Eddie wants hard fights, but it's a bit late now in day, isn't it? The horse has bolted, isn't it? Hey, the horse has bolted. Everybody wants to come to the table and be in a hard one now, don't they? On the hard road, because there's dough about. Hey, nobody really wanted to put the hard yards in, did they? Not like Carl Froch. They didn't want to take hard fight after hard fight after hard fight to gate crash it. They didn't want to make it about legacy, did they? No. Not like them lads in the Super 6. They were all chasing legacy, weren't they? Legacy. Some of them already had legacy, didn't they, really? But they wanted that greatness. Arthur Abraham already had 10 defences of his world title. He were undefeated going into the tournament. He was going to go down as a great anyway with all them defences, wasn't he? Oh, worry, because they were in Germany, weren't they? All them other lads, they were already known, weren't they? There were a few that weren't, Alan Green and them, but they made names for themselves. But where's this next gen of fighters that want to do that? Did you see that Callum Smith tournament he were in? Nicky Holtson and Yildirim and Eubank. What? Pony, wasn't it? Absolute pony. But people lost their minds over it, didn't they? Kala Sewer Rat. Anyway, I'm going off track here. So let's just get the fights on, eh? Let's just get them on. Run-of-the-mill fights in Saudi, but they're built up as super fights. They're not super fights. They should be what we're getting anyway. Brook versus Ben. People keep going on about it to me. Old versus new. You'll want to see it. I'd love Brook to write him off, and I believe he does, but why should Crusher Ben get a payday like that when he's not cleared his drug issues up? Nobody's asking any questions. I keep seeing the Gad doing sit-downs with all the big noises. Boxing Social, IFL, Boxing News, and I don't see anybody putting it on them about this Crusher Ben situation. Nobody. Nobody at all. Nobody. It's unbelievable. What about Brook versus Eubank? Well, that's a pension fight for both, isn't it, really? Why don't Eubank chase legacy? Why don't he chase legacy? Hey? Why? Why don't he chase legacy? Straighten that picture up there. Dummy head in that. It's not straight. The Cobra, isn't it? Going like that. After doing Groves in first one. Can't have it crooked on wall, can we? Pop, pop, bang. It is what it is, isn't it? But Eubank's not chasing legacy. He don't want to fight for middleweight title, does he? He just wants these gimmick fights, don't you, Eubank? Eh? All you want to do, Eubank, is stand in your penthouse, yeah, at Brighton, strip off and lag all of it fans. Hey, why should fans put up with that? You're not chasing legacy. You are chasing that. Just like the rest of them. You're what's wrong with boxing. People like you. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Playing the game in a Eubank. Don't want to see him versus Beefy. Gee. A third time. No. Beefy should retire. He's shot to pieces after what he did in his last fight, saying, well, you know, no excuses, but. Come on. Hey, you had a lot of weight to take off, didn't you? When you're taking weight off like that, it's your own fault. If you want to put 3 stone on, that's up to you. You're not taking it serious. I can't get behind people like that. I can't. I just think the jokers. You're another one that's lagged from your penthouse all over fans. No, people, people. You know, lag on me. Oh. What's all that about? These people don't care for boxing fans. They care for themselves. You know? They care for themselves. That's what this is. Unbelievable. Where's all this leave Crusher though now? If Crusher can't get Brook, he can't get Beefy, right? Can't get them two. He can't get Taylor. No, not only get Taylor. He definitely don't want Crawford or Ennis. Where's he going to go? Where's Crusher going to go next after Peter Dobson? In a ballroom, Elvis was the MC in downtown Vegas. He's not even on the strip. Oh, well, the mighty have fallen, but let's have it right. Crusher ain't got a belt. Area, English, British, Commonwealth, European, and world. He's not won a belt. But they're talking pay-per-view for him, but he hasn't won a belt at all. He's got none of the 6 level belts. None. 0. Oh, he's a Charlie Sims fighter, though, and trained by Tony Sims. Yeah, let's keep it in-house. Jeez. We had advisors like them. God, give me strength. Eh? Are they his enemy or friends? I sometimes wonder. Bad advice. They'd be first out at door if I were him. But he's in bed with him now, isn't he? Did it for long haul? Unbelievable. Absolutely. They can't see the wood for the trees. Oh. I see DAZN. They've turned down Cattrall Taylor too, haven't they? Frank Smith. It's not for us. Why? Are you Matchroom? Are you DAZN? You're the person that gets bounced around, right? With contracts that people sign. That's all you are. You're no different to what I used to do for Big Ron, except on a bigger scale. That's it. Never mind all these CEO titles. I remember when Big Ron gave me a title. Because your title is head of boxing. Who's head of boxing? You're never even here. Head of boxing. Load of rubbish. Load of rubbish. Just a load of insecure men. Here, sign that. That's it. Head of boxing. CEOs. Jeez. Load of rubbish. Cringe. I hardly turned around and said, yeah, Big Ron, I want it on door. Phew. Unbelievable. Like some. Hey? Let me just give this a wipe. I like to look my best on here. This is a good one, this. Shep, nice one for this. Old Sam Jones, eh? He now looks like he's been played, doesn't he? Like a cheap fiddle, eh? Sam, begging bucket out. I've got it back now. You're not having it. Begging bucket out. Texting Ben Shalom. Oh. 1 minute you're in bed with Eddie Hills, next minute Bricktop. Now he's trying to get Sky dates. Begging bowl out, eh? You've got more faces than him in Batman, Two-Face. Sam, you're looking for a home, aren't you? But you've been played like a cheap fiddle. You see, what happens is, Sam, you have to be your own man. If you just showed some gonads when you were helping Joyce out, you might have set your stall out. But when you want to be friends with everybody, it don't work like that in boxing. You've got to be your own man. All right. He's me pal. It's me pal. He's a pal of mine. You sound like Big Ron. Hey, where were Big Ron's pals when they were wanting dates? Couldn't even get Anna Rankin a rematch against Terry Harper. I always used to say to Big Ron, listen, if the defending belt, we've got to have a rematch, just like Matchroom do it. Yeah. So he gets the world champion, feeds us Terry Harper on DAZN. Yeah? So you're with me now, aren't you? Listen to the story. She loses the belt, but there's no rematch. Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. Big Ron. Hey, no rematch. Because they probably said, no, there ain't a rematch. What are you going to do? So then when you turn around and say, oh, okay, then it doesn't matter. They've got you then. They know you're desperate. Absolutely desperate. Instead of saying, well, we're going to want extra money. Didn't do that, did you, Big Ron? You've got to go in to bat for your fighter. No rematch and you're handing over world title belts to Matchroom. Dennis, come see me. You don't know what you're doing. Hey, roasting Big Ron. Big Ron. I'll pluck you out like a Buxted chicken, but there's no to pluck on your head. Terry Harper against Sandy Ryan. Does it happen? Well, I bet she wants away from the ginger one. It's only going to be a matter of time, but she's locked in, isn't she? So she's not going anywhere. But this is how I look at it, right? Sandy Ryan and the bookies. Sandy Ryan is the bookies' favourite. But Sandy Ryan, in my opinion, lights Terry up. That's not a dig at Terry. She doesn't like being hit. If you don't like being hit, you're in the wrong sport. But when they don't even do head sparring, how can you prepare yourself for it? Not good at all. Not good at all. So I make Sandy Ryan a favourite in that fight, a massive favourite. So what you're going to see is this. You're going to see meet, because that's what they call around here, because she does her runs up not far from here. Meet, hey, she can run like the wind. Meet, you know, road runner. That's what you're going to see. And we're talking 2-minute rounds. So you're going to see a lot of clock running down. She might score a jab, then get on a bite. They're going to try and pick Sandy Ryan's pocket. Everybody knows what the game plan is because the ginger armpit one, he used to fight like that himself. If you don't believe me, go and ask Gwyn Whale. Gwyn Whale flogged him, but he just didn't want to engage. He was going backwards all fight, ran for his life. What he felt them big haymakers off Gwyn. And that's what they're going to try and do. They're going to try and nick a hometown decision against Sandy Ryan. But hey ho, that's up to Sandy Ryan's team to put a game plan together so they don't nick it, but she's going to need a knockout to win that. Everybody knows. So watch it unfold. All right. You've got to rip that belt off the champion. You've got to rip it off the champion. But how can Terry rip that fight off, rip it off the champion when she's not a puncher and she's styles going backwards? So technically, why would they even put her in this fight? It's a dangerous fight for her. What if she gets lit up again? What if she gets damaged? Then what? Well, who's going to have blood on their hands then? Who? Over the hills and far away. That's what'll happen. Anything like that, touch wood, it doesn't happen. But when it does happen, yeah, we see tears, we see people upset, we see them saying they don't want to be involved in sport, this, no more, this and that. A few weeks later, it's back to normal. Fighters are forgot about, aren't they? If you don't believe me, go and look at the Scott Westgarth situation. I don't see anybody mentioning him. We're coming up to the anniversary of his death, aren't we? May he rest in peace. Hey? And he won that night. But I don't hear anybody bigging him up or going on about him on social media no more. You forgot about. You know what happens when you die? They just chuck luck on you, don't they? And everybody walks off. They get drunk, and that's it. You forgot about. And that's fighters as well. It's awful. It's awful. It's just like taking a lamb to slaughter, isn't it? You know, for butchers. You know, when you want your lamb Sunday dinner, they might love that lamb while it's in field and all that, and feed it and stroke it. But once it's time to slaughter it, there's no love then, is there? And that's what boxing's like. It's a sport like no other. That's how I look at it. What do I think? Some of these questions we've already covered. What do I think about the Gad and Andy Lee coming out to bat for saying that Opitia didn't drop him? Look, we've heard all this before, and then down the line it all comes out, doesn't it? There's no smoke without fire, but these people are going to go into bat, aren't they? Because they're needy. The Gad is needy of Tyson Fury. Listen, let me tell you this. If the Gad or anybody out there upsets Tyson Fury, look what happens. He's got the power to switch your lights out. He can say, I don't want them in Saudi, I don't want them in Saudi. He can just say that and you're gone. That includes the media. That includes the media. He can say that. You might be able to fly out there, you won't get into the event, you'll not get access. Andy Lee, well, I don't know if they're cousins, but they all say they're cousins, don't they? But the point I want to make is it's his mate, innit? Cousin, whatever. You're training Parker, hanging around, picking up a few quid. He's a good trainer, but that's how I look at it. He's not going to come out and say, yeah, they got dropped. So they're just going to come out and play the damage limitation. That's what happens. That's the sport of boxing. Right. Both men, both tops. Zhang and Parker. How's that a super fight? Gad, Andy Lee, why are you going on about this being a super fight? Zhang's 40 odd with a giant currant on his face, and Parker, not so long ago, with a stinkinator. Once Joe Joyce blogged him, now all of a sudden he's beat Jack Massey and Wilder, a one-trick pony who's shot to bits, 39-year-old. Now all of a sudden there's the second coming of Eddie Shavers. I'm not buying into it. Parker, in my opinion, is still the stinkinator. Yeah, he's improved, and there's still some mileage in him for them around him, but he is the stinkinator. You can't, listen, you can't change your style at this stage at game. All it is with Parker now, he just looks fitter. He just looks aesthetically fitter. A bit like me. With my little muscles. It's easy to get some shape. You just got to train me lightweights and eat correctly but little, and you'll get that body that you want. Your little six pack. Obviously, you've got to do 300 sit-ups a day, haven't you? 10 sets of 30 now we're up to. We're going to get it up to 500, like when I used to do belly busters in Moorlands every morning, 10 sets of 50. We're getting there. That was a long time ago, about 30 stretch ago. So it is what it is. No one cares about Rolly Romero against Ryan Garcia, Eddie, in the UK. Plus, and you just come out recently and said that Ryan Garcia has gone to PVC. You thought you had him in bag, didn't you? You still might be able to pull something off behind scenes, but who'd get behind that in the UK? So why were you even putting that out? Just to tempt Ryan Garcia? Who'd come out to watch Rolly Romero or Ryan Garcia in UK? Not, it couldn't even fill your call. Jeez. Unbelievable. It's just talking shit for the sake of talking knackers, isn't it, Eddie? Why is Michelle Phelps Porky back in the liquor squad? I thought she was studying to be a trainee lawyer. Oh, she probably realised that she needed that fame fix. And that's what they all need, isn't it, when they get in front of that camera? Once it's gone, isn't it? They all have enough of it, don't they? And it sends you crazy. But once it's gone and you realise, God, I'm studying here to be a lawyer, this is no good to me. That's what happens, isn't it? All of a sudden, they want back into the circle now. Isn't it amazing? Isn't it amazing how she's working with Boxing Social now? Bit embarrassing, really. Bit embarrassing, but she's going to go out there and put stuff out, isn't she? And she does understand the game, Michelle Phelps, but she's going to put stuff out there for them. She's the PR person. That's all she is. She's the go-to person for people in the industry. They feel safe interviewing with her because she probably knows all where bodies are buried. That's how I look at it. But it is what it is. They need that fame fix. Opitia and Brady's too. What do you think to that, Big P? We've seen it, haven't we? So I can't get behind it. So who cares about that? I don't care about that fight. You know what I mean? Is Spotty Frank getting too cocky, Russ? Right, first of all, you didn't go to school with me, so don't call me Russ. All right, and second of all, yeah, he is. I just want to grab him in an headlock and squeeze him as tight as I can so all them Colonel Custards pop out. That's what I want to do, because I can't pluck his hair now, can I? Because he's had it shaved. He's trying to be me. That's what tell me, son. Barry Epstein. How's he gone from being in Epstein's book to an OBE? I don't know, but I look at it like this. He's probably in that book because he might have met him or something, and Epstein could turn at the time. People were gaining him. Even small investors, obviously more than what we've got, but small investors were gaining him a mil, and you were gaining them 1.3 and 1.4 return in a year. So you could imagine old Bazza there thinking, oh, I'll have some of that. You know what I mean? So that's probably why you're in the book. So we don't want to be insinuating anything, but anybody around that sort of person, it's not good, is it? It's not something you want to brag about, is it? All right. So that's about it, really. Oh, I'm going to do a Tom Platz leg workout now. Bunny, I don't like them squatting. I don't like doing them. I don't. But if Big Joe Egan lands one there, I'm going to need strong legs, aren't I? You know what I mean? Not that Joe would be able to rumble with me, would you, Joe? Because after 30 seconds, you'd be blowing out your arsehole. Come see me, Joe. You know where I'm at. Pop, pop, bang. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. We'll be back later. All right. Go on. Get sent off.
You liked that one, didn't you? Right, first of all, I just want to say thank you very much for liking and subscribing. It means a lot to me, because we're on this journey together, aren't we? So anybody got any ideas for the channel, fire them over to me, porkycorner@mail.com. All right. Shout out to Innovation Alloys and South Yorkshire Packaging. All right. Don't forget to subscribe. Keep on trucking.